what will happen when you take the characters from Jungle Book and put them into a steampunk background, where not a steampunk background, more a diesel punk background universe where all the animals actually fly planes. You get TaleSpin. Now, some people say this is a copy from Poco Rosso Sylvie. It does look the same, but it's kind of different, as all the animals are in planes. Now, in this game, you are the bear baloo, flying an aircraft as you do delivery business, which is a kind of the fun game over here in the internet. And I do enjoy the cartoon. Like Darkwing Duck, this is one of the, let's say, better games in the NES when it comes to, let's say, Disney products. For I dare say one of the best ones. Now there's a few things I need to point out over here. The sea duck should not be this small. Yet it's kind of very small over here. And I'm now fighting a submarine who, let's say, cannot be attacked at certain times. You need to wait out to, let's say, move up and you can attack it. But you can, let's say, duck his attack kinda easy. Now Baloo is a, let's say, delivery man, delivery some cargo from point A to point B. I mean, it's quite cool for him to do delivery. And his sea duck actually can be upgraded, and I do admit it looks more like a fighter here, and the sea duck shouldn't be this small. Now you can upgrade your stuff with a lot of things. For my case, offensive is the best defense, so I will, let's say, buy all the, let's say, tissue, which is kind of important, which I'll show you later. Okay, I'm being given a shot to go to, let's say, football field, and you can see every character here is based on football designs, from the field to the enemies in it, which is why I say this is a wonderful game. Or at occasion you can be using Kit to flying around in his, let's say, air glider, or let's say air flying wing. He use let's say skateboard or surfboard or everything to snap as many balloons over here, and by snapping more balloons you get more points. Eventually the points can be converted into money, which will be useful later, okay? Because you need the money to upgrade your aircraft, and with upgraded aircraft, right, it will make your life easier later as the opponents get more tough and tough. As you can see, I'm now fighting a giant baseball, which is technically invincible when it's shot. When it becomes a helicopter with its guns out, then I can attack it, which is kind of subtle here. Now this is where my, let's say, extra rapid fire comes in help. You can notice I only can shoot one shot, and when the bullets go off the screen, right, then I can shoot the other. At present, I can shoot 2 bullets. And after they leave the screen, then I can extend extra shots, and you can see the pedals, the movement are not very fast. So to compensate with that, right, there are 2 ways of doing it. One, make sure that you go clear your target and, let's say, give multiple shots to it. 2, make sure you get more shots on it. The most you can get is 4 shots, which is kind of expensive. So I will, let's say, get the first 2 shots, and it will help me over here. And just let you know, you can see a lot of things really cost tons of cash, so it may be not worthwhile. Is there any way for me to add my caches? Yeah, there is a way. Okay, don't connect to let air mines on. Oh, now we are finding Dragon's Song. Can you see those boxes over there? Those boxes are extra cargo, and with extra cargo and extra money, right, you do get, let's say, extra payment. And I'm now fighting in the thunderstorm with 2 planes. And you can see different boss have different ways of dealing with them. This is what, as I mentioned, what makes Disney games good. Different boss need different ways of doing them. So how to attack them when they combine? And this is where the double shot comes in and help a lot. If I don't have a double shot, I can still win them. I only need to take my time. Just let you know about that. And when I was a kid, I remember every time I come to a boss, I'm not able to defeat him. But after some thinking and, let's say, really calculating his movements, then we know how this boss is to be defeated. We don't even need to go through the net, for it's not that tough. For a kid, this is what makes the game wonderful. This is what makes this, let's say, fight nice. And now listen to background music. Does it sound intense? So this is what you call boss fight. Let it be the game, background music, and other stuff. I think I should have enough money to buy. Oh no, I don't have enough to buy, let's say, 4 rapid fire. Can do that? No, I don't have enough money. I should have got more, let's say, boxes of that. Okay, now they say magic house, right? Actually, this is a haunted house with a lot of haunted house places like flying cups, falling chandeliers, which only fall when you come in here, so you need to duck back. Just that you know that, okay? Can't be hit. Okay, now this is the part where a lot of people do not know how to pass because you will get stuck easy. But actually, you can see if I turn my aircraft right, the screen moves with me. There are times actually the screen does not move with you, then that's a whole different thing. But most of the time the screen will move with you. So you can, let's say, take your time to, let's say, move through the maze, and whoa, you can see every boss is different. And now I'm flying a giant invisible man, which is kind of suiting to the entire Honda house team over here. And just let you know, at first I thought this guy was kind of scary for he got so many things that cannot be shot through. I only need to hit the turbo tie. Then I noticed one thing. The only threat, or let's say the only thing I need to be aware of, is the first fist. The second fist won't even come near me. So I just need to, let's say, stay in my back, slither all my way through the bow tie, and keep on shooting at him. I even got an experience of shooting at the other hand. The bullet ricochet, and it hit the bow tie, clear for that thing. Too bad I can't tip that now because there was once in a million times that what Han Solo said. Okay, I think I have enough money to let bounty multiple shot, and that will help me a lot. Okay, I need to fly to skyscrapers. Oh, the city fight now. Okay, I know, not putting enough money because I've got everything I need. As I mentioned, offensive is the best defense, so I have everything I need. I got enough bullets to deal with, let's say, the character. Now, let's say talking about the game itself, which is something I need to tell you guys here. The Sea Duck is not this small. It's actually quite a big plane. It's cargo plane that looks a little like a lightning fighter craft. But you can't make that into a very maneuverable aircraft for you to play in the game, right? So don't judge about this. And you can see now, this boss does fit the team over here. Right in the skyscrapers, of course, a construction wrecking ball machine is definitely gonna be a, let's say, opponent here. Now, for you younger players, you have not seen a wrecking ball, right? This is what I call wrecking ball. What is it used for? For building demolition. No, yes, I know nowadays we just stuff in lots of dynamite and blow the building up. That is the modern way of demolition. But in the old days, we need to, let's say, use a giant crane. It swings a giant ball and then it crash into the building, destroying the whole time. That was how we destroy buildings at the time. It's not as fun as you guys do over here at present. Okay, so I brought in another seat up. Who should I buy? Extra engine, yeah. That is kind of important because actually that allows my plane to fly a little faster, allowing me to dodge, let's say, projectiles easily. So why not? Okay, now we are flying through a cave, a mining cave. You can see all the enemies are different. Now we got dogs hiding in this wheelchair, trying to throw bones at me for no good reason. That is kind of strange. How come anyone, let's say, stop me from doing delivery service? I'm supposed to deliver supplies to you people. Why are you trying to stop me? This doesn't make sense. Neither does this machine. But with 4 shots, life will be easier. Can you see that? Once the bullets are gone, right, it can be reshot. So one of the best way of doing the bosses, or let's say individual enemies, is to fly quite close to him, stay at point blank range, and keep on blasting your shots. Eventually you get multiple shots into him and you'll be killing him off very fast. As I mentioned, that's what happens here. Okay, I don't have enough money to buy an extra life. I mean, length of my life. You see the silver box over there? That is actually increase my power planting. That it allows me to have 5 hits before I die. Since I don't have that, I just buy an extra plane. That'll be fine. Okay, lower. Oh, now we are doing the jungle level with crocodiles launching themselves on catapults. And you think that's hilarious? Just wait for it. Just wait for it. See those things? Those crocodiles trying to use their anti-air aircraft spears to, let's say, shoot me down. Man, this is hilarious, including the Pikimans over here one way or another. And I have no idea why Pikiman look like dogs. But that's my case, that's my personal problem. Nothing much to talk about it. Now you can notice that when it comes to diesel power, let's say this kind of, let's say, games, or let's say universe, they focus a lot on the universe, on the world, how beautiful it looks in it. And there's one thing you need to measure is how come they like to play with native characters here and there. Now there's one thing I need to point out for you guys. in that time, or let's say in the diesel town age, adventure is the most important idea, and looking for, let's say, lots of different treasure is a thing. Actually, it's a booming after Second World War when they found Angkor Wat, and that sort of, let's say, brought in the whole adventure era. But soon it fades off and we go into other stuff. Now in the final level, I'm flying in the skies, dealing with a fleet of elite fighter pilots. Yeah, haven't seen them for a while since our first game. Now moving up the queue, I'll be doing with other enemies. Now there's one thing some people would like to complain about the cartoon TaleSpin, which was also a complaint made by me. It's a show where all the Jungle Book characters come out, right? Why don't we see Akira? Why don't we see Bagheera? Yeah, Bagheera the wolf, which is one of, let's say, one of my favorite characters in it. And from here it seems like become a, let's say, a normal, let's say, NPC character flying for Shere Khan, which is kind of sad thing. But never mind. I think there's some flaws in this game anyway. Then now I have to dogfight with Don Carnage, the Latin pirate of the skies, who is a hyena. There's some reason I think Disney don't like hyenas. Yeah, there's some reason I don't think Disney like hyenas. I mean, Lion King, they're the bad guys, now he is also the bad guy. And after defeating him, I will be taking down his final fortress, the Iron Vulture, which is the coolest ship in the entire game. And it's kind of easy. All you need to do is take out propellers and the final engine. Yeah, the planes and then the, let's say, the flying torpedoes, shark-like torpedoes are kind of scary, but remember, the torpedo won't hit you in the line of fire. So you just stay in front of him, you just pause for a while, then you, let's say, dash for you, giving you a chance to, let's say, duck him, and that's it. And as I said before, Shere Khan is the final boss that was actually trying to stop me from, let's say, doing my stuff, which is kind of an odd word because based on what I remember on the cartoon, Shere Khan and Don Carnage were not in the same terms as Shere Khan needs to, let's say, make money while Don Carnage is the one stealing it. It's more like Shere Khan wants to kill Don Carnage, but what the hell. We'll be looking into chip and deals for next game, and see you then.